Hi, babes. Oh, I'm so excited to introduce you to your life organizer. Let me share my screen and we will get started. So, here we are, the life organizer for your soul, body, and biz. This is for you to balance your time and energy effortlessly. You know, a lot of times when we have too many things on the plate and all of our buckets are full, as we talk about in NLP, stuff falls off, we drop the ball, we snap because we're split in too many directions at one time and we're not fully focused. So, this is designed to help you put yourself first and birth everything that we do from a place of more excellence and presence and pleasure. So let me move on to the next page. This is my intro. You can find out a little more about me. This is the first usable page. So this is a year at a glance, and it's supposed to be just a generalized spot for you to put down big things that are happening throughout the year, whether that's like vacations, maybe projects that are coming up, whether it's in your home or your business, or maybe you have people coming to town, whatever it may be. This is your place to get it out of your brain and onto paper so that you can, come back to it and just have it on the radar as you go about planning your months and your weeks. This is your monthly soul work. So, this is really for you to hone in on what your zone of genius is and how you can create more flow with everything that you're doing. And this creates that balance and harmony that we seek so much. And a lot of times, we're trying to do all the things all the time. And so, this, as you can see right here, gives you some options that you can make as a focus area for each month. So instead of trying to optimize your physical health and your mental health and your relationships and your business and your finances and your creativity all at the same time, you focus on like one or two to really hone in on that area. And as you build that foundation, then we're opening up space for us to optimize and heighten the other areas in our lives, maybe the following month. So there are some questions here that you can use to kind of help you decide what you're focusing on that month and what's really going to feel good for you while you're doing it. And there's questions at the bottom there to help you create a mission statement, which is really how you want to show up and embody the feelings of the person you want to operate as. So that's at the bottom. If you have any questions about that, I love helping people work through that. So go ahead and shoot me a message if that's something that's a little unclear. All right. This is our weekly planning. So once we've done our monthly soul work, we just do that once a month. So it kind of highlights where we're going with each week. And within the weekly planning, you can see here at the top, I have where am I in my cycle? And this is just a guide for you to really maybe focus on some of the tasks and things that we have to do that are in congruency with where we are in our cycle, because I don't think how many women notice that or know that our cycle really is a powerhouse and it's like our superpower. And if we can tap into the strengths of our cycle when they are present, we can really do less and achieve more. So, for example, like your menstrual cycle, when you are bleeding, lots of rest, reflection, research. Then after that, you come into your hormones are actually the lowest at your menstrual like phase, the days that you are bleeding. So we build up from that and then they begin to go down again as we get closer. So you can see like when you're in ovulation, that's like when you're glowing and when you're most communicative and you are like magnetic and attracting. And that's just like nature at its finest. So that gives you an idea of maybe where you can maybe put some things off. If you're doing like any type of collaborations or presentations, like maybe we want to save them for a different phase in our menstrual cycle, and that could go on our radar list on the bottom here. So next to that, you see what, oh, and I wanted to mention as well, if you do not have a cycle where you bleed and all of that for whatever reason, go with the cycle of the moon. So I tend to start my menstruation phase during the new moon. So it's funny when you start paying attention to the moon, you could also align with it, but typically the new moon is for menstruation, and then you would just go on out, tracking it that way from new moon to full moon to new moon. And then we have, what am I grateful for? Because we really want to focus on our gratitude every week and the good things that are coming into our lives. Because when we do that and when we start tracking that, we begin to become a more energetic match for those things that we're grateful for and those things that we're celebrating to come into our world even more. So right under that, we have the universe's to-do list. This is your dreams and aspirations and anything that's coming to mind that you're like, please just help me out a little bit. I want this off my plate. And so I'm leaving it up to you, whether that's your God or the universe, however you let go and let God, that's what that box is for. And then you can put on your to-do list, maybe you kind of think a little bit, what are some aligned actions I can take to support the universe in delivering this to me, right? And then of course we have all of our things that just need to get done anyway. So that goes on your to-do list. And then you ask yourself, what can be delegated or automated? What's non-negotiable? What's definitely happening? And then what can you put on the radar list for the future? Or as we like to call it, also the parking lot. It's kind of just a spot for things to hang out until they're ready to move on, be moved with, right? So then this is like where we plug and play. So we've got our to-do list, we've got our radar list, we've decided, this is what's really important this week. This is what's in alignment with my menstrual cycle. And so then we get to plug and play into a weekly aligned action plan. So we're putting something on here for the heart. We have that's for your soul, that like fills up your cup, that's taking care of you, that's having a bath, that's journaling, that's listening to hypnosis, a meditation, doing your tapping exercises, whatever that may be. And then I have this little body here, and that is for movement. What kind of movement are you going to do? Maybe it's just a walk. Maybe it's literally to rest. Maybe you put that on. Maybe it's yoga, going for a run, whatever it may be. Sometimes I have like a big workout movement goal, and sometimes I have like a 5-minute movement goal in the morning. So put that on there. You have 3 main tasks that we're looking at every day. So whether you're doing the laundry or you're launching your course or you have a big deadline at work, like whatever, those are what those 3 check marks are for. And then we have the audio. So what are we learning or sharing today? I know that like we have a lot of social media connections. So maybe you're sharing a story, or maybe you're getting vulnerable with your audience, or maybe you're listening to an audio tape or a podcast, or maybe you're on a podcast, whatever that is, that's where you get to plug that in for the day. So we're always adding to that personal growth. And then of course we have a little meal line, because it's so much easier to just wake up and know. How many people have had the conversation, what are we having for dinner tonight? Like I cannot have that conversation one more time. So that's what that is for. We even have like a big monthly calendar that we have up on our wall, and that's where we put breakfast and dinners in there. So I don't even need that line anymore. It's really for you guys. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say on that. I also, on our monthly calendar, we put like big things that are happening. So like if my husband needs to be with the kids or I need to be with the kids, that's on the calendar. So we know, and we have a visual of it every single day of what's happening in our world. So if you want a link to the calendar I have, it's just like a dry erase board. So let me know. I think that's it. I think that's it on this. Gratitude again, because the more we practice gratitude, the more things are going to show up for us to be grateful for. And I think you'd be really surprised with that practice. It's so simple, but it's so powerful and it's so magnetic. And then again, we have just another radar/parking lot list where you can, maybe something didn't fit on this week, so that's going there. Or maybe you're like, oh yeah, I want to put this on the list for next week. So that's your spot to kind of keep track of that. And then this is a take it or leave it page. If you need a daily task where it's like planned out 30 minutes at a time. I really needed this when I was nursing and pumping and things of that nature, because I got so wrapped up and I was taking my kids to school and I was doing all these different things. So that these 30-minute marks really helped me plan out when I was going to be tackling each thing instead of getting distracted. And then again, on the side, we have a soul goal. What are we doing for our body? What are we doing for our biz? And then there's notes there. And biz can be like your professional, your entrepreneurial life, whatever it is. And then again, I have more brags and wins and gratitude, because I want you to keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And even if it's just, I woke up today and I'm so grateful for that. I have coffee in my hand. That's a win. That's a brag. Somebody bought me a coffee. That's amazing. Put that on the wins. Okay. And then at the end of the week, if you want to go ahead and just really assess where you're at, to be honest with you, I don't use this page all the time, but that's because I'm kind of contemplating it in my head and always kind of reevaluating even every few days. So this is for you if you want to just take a look and a reflection on how your week went. How did the soul care and your aligned actions go? And if you've met 70% of them, go ahead and congratulate yourself. Like, that is amazing. And change the goal to train your brain that you can accomplish it and that you have done the work and that you've showed up and that you've achieved, even if it's at 70%. Go ahead and like make that the new goal and check it off. And if you didn't, then maybe let's just take a look at what needs to change. What do you need to optimize? Maybe we need to place a focus somewhere else. What are you really grateful for? What growths are you seeing within yourself and your reality? Because I bet you the more that you practice this exercise of acknowledging your gratitude, you will see things begin to change within your mindset and with your energy field and within your reality. And then I also want you to think about, like, what are you forgiving and releasing? Because we're human, and forgiving and releasing should be a part of our moment to moment day. And so take a moment and just reflect on that and allow it to be what it is. And just by doing that, we are releasing some of that pressure and some of that tension that comes along with those things. And it gives us an opportunity to give ourselves grace. And then the last question, what are your brags, wins, and celebrations for the week? How are you celebrating them? What are you doing to celebrate? So we've identified what's awesome. Now, how are we celebrating it and calling more of it in? The law of attraction is science and it is real. So when we practice the celebration, we allow space for more of it to come in, and we're telling the universe, yes, 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 like, please bring me more of this, right? And then how are you feeling? Are you aligning with your mission statement that you created at the beginning of the month? Whatever that mission statement may be, that's all about, how you want to feel and how you want to show up as you move through the task-oriented portion of our lives. So that's the life organizer. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I have used this for the past 2 years at least, and it has been instrumental to me in balancing all the things that we balance as moms and as professional people in this planet, like my family life and my work life and my adventure life and my impactful life. Like, it's all these events that are happening, all of it. It's so easy to just wake up every day and sit down, for 10, 20, 30 minutes on a Sunday, plan out your week so that you just wake up and you're like, Monday, it's all ready to go. I don't have to waste any energy thinking about what it is that I have to do or how I'm going to fill up my cup today. I've already planned it all out for myself. And like, leave space. White space is totally okay. Like, I don't fill every single line out every day because that allows me space to like maybe move it to the next day if I didn't have time to accomplish it. And if I do something greater than like what's already on the list, then like, hallelujah, I'm amazing. I'm a unicorn. I kick ass, right? Instead of having this like long ass to-do list that is daunting that we don't get accomplished because it's literally not realistic for us to do so in a day. And then we beat ourselves up. How many people, right? So this is for you to break it down, to simplify it, allow yourself to leave white space. Maybe you're not sure how you want to fill up your cup one day, but like, leave the space for it to be there and be in your mind's eye so that you're going to get to it, regardless if what it is or not for that day. So that's my little 2 cents there. And yeah, I'm super excited to share this with you all. Please let me know what you think. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Mwah! Love you.